Dumbbell sit to stand. DB does stand for dumbbell, in case you were wondering. This is pretty simple. Pick a bench or a seat or a chair that's about your knee height. Sit down nice and slowly and then stand up as quick as you can. Great for the quadriceps, hamstrings and your glute muscles. Number 2 is the dumbbell floor press. Now this is a modified chest press. So the main muscles that we're using here are our chest, pec muscles, shoulders and triceps. Make sure that you're keeping it in line with your chest. It's not over your face. As you can see here, I've got a nice rectangle shape with a 90-degree in my elbow. My elbows touch the floor. That's how I know how far I've come down. And then we're coming up to meet it in the air. Third one is the dumbbell deadlift. Now, deadlift is one of my favorite movements in the gym because it's using so many muscles at once. The key is to try and stick your bum back as far as you can and keep it high in the air with a little knee bend. So a cue I use is try and imagine you're pushing someone out of the way with your bum. And then we're going to about mid-shin height, so we get a nice sort of horizontal spine there. The third one, this is a 3 exercises put together. So we've got some front raises here. And then you'll see me do some lateral raises there. So the idea is we're using different parts of the shoulder and deltoid muscles. It's also good for your upper traps and your neck muscles as well. And the third one, this is targeting more in between the shoulder blades. So this is a reverse fly movement. The idea with all these is you're trying to stretch your arm out as much as you can. So straight elbows and trying to open up your wingspan as much as possible. A slight bend over here so you can change the angle, but still going for those middle of the shoulder blades. This is also quite simple, a dumbbell step up. So you find a bench or a step or whatever you can find, and you're holding the weights on either side, stepping up onto each leg. So you see me do a couple of variations here. The first one is I just step up and the other foot follows, as you'll see from the side here. So just that other follows like that. And then the second variation is I get a bit of a knee drive going on, which sort of makes you work a little bit harder, get the stomach involved, and it adds a balance aspect to it as well. A dumbbell goblet squat. So it's called a goblet because you're holding the dumbbell like a goblet. The idea is here that we try and sit as low as we can with wide legs and try and get our elbows just in between our knees while keeping a pretty upright posture. All right, so nice, controlled, and up quickly. Requires a bit more balance, a bit more stomach work. This is a progression from our dumbbell deadlift. So at the bottom of that deadlift movement, you're going to slide your elbows back past your ribs towards your hips and trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. This is a bit more complicated. So make sure you master the dumbbell deadlift first before progressing to this movement. But this is a fantastic way to keep improving how much energy you're burning through the movement. Now this one is a modified clean and press. So this is getting a bit more advanced now. Basically you've got a wide stance, you're putting your dumbbells on the floor, and then you're keeping them close to your body and pressing them over your head. The idea is you're trying to get some momentum from start to finish. So you're using your whole body as a unit. Now I do bend my back here a little bit, it's not completely parallel. Now that's okay for me, I don't have any issues, but if you do have issues or you're worried about this, come and talk to me first. Your dumbbell squat and press is just a progression from our goblet squat. So you're holding the weights in a different way now. Your knuckles are facing the roof, they're just on top of your shoulders. You squat and then you press at the top of the movement. So this is another one that will just increase the cardiovascular nature of the exercise, make it a bit harder because we're burning more energy using more muscles at the same time. A bit more efficient. It's a really good one. The dumbbell lunge is probably one of the toughest exercises in here. So I do it alternating, as you can see, and I'm stepping backwards, not forwards. The idea is to try and keep all the weight through the front leg, and the back leg is just sort of bending and just touching the ground. So it's not slamming into the ground, it's just touching. Great for the